Boys and girls, Benjamin Bok Choi here, bringing you a quick F123 video, and I want you guys to tell me skill issue or dirty driving. Let me know. All right. So it's going to involve a couple cars here, and these sequences are pretty much going to be why I haven't been racing in this game online much lately, just because the quality of racing is absolute shit. So we are at Qatar, and look, I'm not picking on these guys. These guys aren't the only ones doing this, and they're far from the worst people, but they just happen to be in the race that I ran today. This is the first race I did when I woke up. Literally no practice or anything. We still managed to qualify P2. We're on lap 2 right now, currently in P2. Lars de Meyer trying to chase us down from behind. We qualified, I think it was like 6/10 of a second faster than this guy. So I knew we had speed on him. He's burning battery like crazy, trying to keep up with us. We're starting lap 2 here, coming down to turn 1, and Jesus in front of us was super quick. So I'm going to assume his racing lines are pretty spot on. All right, so turn 1 here. Jesus is starting to turn in. We are about to start hit over. I think we're on the brakes right now, and we're about to turn in. And Lars is trying to make a move, but does he even have position on us? I don't think he's got position on us. He doesn't even have a front wing on the inside of our car. So now he kind of does, because he's going late on the brakes, but when we start turning in, he was nowhere near. So he doesn't have any right to be on the inside of us, or I don't have to give him any right. Now he sees the doors closing, because obviously he was too far back to really make a move there, and he has to slam on the brakes. So I'm sure that went right up his ass. His inability to use spatial awareness went up his ass. So we go down into the next corner here. During the race, I see the proximity arrow, so I know that he's down on the inside again. He's still not close enough, but he still tries to make a move anyway, and then he realizes, I'm not going to make this, so he backs out. So I'm sure that went right up his ass again. We still leave him the space, because I know what it's like to race online, and I know people do stupid ass shit to try and gain positions anyway. So we give him enough space, but he doesn't take it. It compromises both of our corners here. Now we come down this corner here, and after 2 corners of him trying to send it, when there was nowhere to send it, I think he gets impatient. Again, we are on the brakes going into the corner. He is once again nowhere near us, and then as we keep going, he just dumps us. Yeah, we were actually closing up on the driver in front of us, as you can see. And he just decides he's not going to hit the brakes or anything like that, and just dumps us. So I don't know. Let me know. Skill issue or just dirty driving? Now let's add to that. As we come to lap number 5, Lars has somehow managed to make it back up to P2 with the blinking light, which means he's all out of battery. James is trying to overtake here, and let's see what happens. Oh no, oh no. Again, dirty driving or skill issue. So Lars is in front, he's in P2. James is directly in front of us trying to make the overtake here. And Lars decides to move down to the left to, I assume, open up the corner, trying to take the racing line. James sees this. James has DRS, and he's still got plenty of battery. As you can see, Lars's light is flashing, but James isn't, so he's probably going to make a move down the inside. Lars probably realizes he has no battery, sees James moving to the right, and cuts right across him, taking off a chunk of his front wing. So what do you guys think? I think it's just this. I think it's a combination: skill issue and dirty driving. Realized he wasn't quick enough to keep these guys behind, or wasn't quick enough to take the position legally. So he's just like, I'll just move him out of the way, and here I'll just block him. And yeah, kind of ruined our race. So because of that, we'll continue on with the rest of the sequence here. Because of the move that he made on us, now we're behind him. It kind of ruins our race. We get stuck behind this mess here. You have Stick Beamy coming in behind us as well. These two guys doing their off-track dance, kind of slows us down. Steak Beamy comes and takes the position here. Now, at this point, Steak, you were right behind me when they made contact. You should have seen the carbon fiber flying out. In fact, let's just go back and see how far back you were and see if he can actually see it. Okay. All right, Steak, you're right behind me at this point, right? I move over to the left a little bit. You kind of move over with me, but you're still in the middle of the track here. Carbon fiber goes flying. You should have seen that. So I don't really understand now. You know one of these cars is compromised, and you're right on James's gearbox here. Now, James, I suppose you have every right to defend. Just because you have a damaged car doesn't mean you need to move out of the way and let everybody pass you. But Steak, you got to be a bit more cautious here, man. You're sitting right on the gearbox of a guy you know is slow. Maybe you didn't see the front wing coming off, but you know he's slow for some reason or another, right? Obviously. So what is going on here? Now James goes off. He rejoins a bit dangerously. You can also add this onto the whole mess that we've got going on here. But they go into this corner, and I saw that coming, and I was just like, where do I go at this point? Do I try and sneak it down the inside and hope that they go out really deep off track? Or do I go outside and assume that they're both going to try to cut back to the inside? So I was like, I don't know. They're both kind of angled off to the right. I'll try to cut back down the inside. And this is when I noticed, oh my God, they both somehow managed to get their car turned in, and they're angled right towards the apex where I want to go. So at this point, I know I'm boned. They're both going to cut back across. It's just a matter of which one's going to hit me and how much damage am I going to get, right? Try to slam on the brakes as hard as I could, knowing that one of them was going to hit me, because I was like, I'm already on the brakes at this point. See, right here, it looks like they're both going to shoot off just straight into the right. And at this point, I've committed to just trying to squeeze down the inside onto the apex. And yet somehow they both magically get their cars stopped, and they both cut back across. Yeah, I can see their cars starting to angle towards the left a little bit, and at this point, I'm like, ah, crap, I'm boned. Slam on the brakes, lose control of the car. Get hit by Steak, get side pod damage, and then we managed to finish P3, 2 seconds behind Lars. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but this was not a very fun race for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.